Nova says, did you see the dick beatdown of Vito? That phrasing, bro. Phrasing. Kino Casino has it covered later tonight. I haven't. I know you sent me the link. I really apologize. When I say I don't watch that stuff, I don't watch it. I will check it out. The only thing is those two have done more works than WWE, so I don't want to believe you, and I don't really watch their show, so I'm not invested, so I don't know if I'm going to care. But at the same time, I've seen like on Twitter and stuff, it's like, oh, they're beefing, oh, they're feuding, and it's like, no, they're not. Again, when you have a show that's about nothing, you have to create drama. When your audience is malformed, malgrown, people who have arrested development and love drama, again, I think it's another psyop meant to keep men in the Peter Pan stage and make them like high school girls. But when your show is that, you have to create those things. Nobody's life is that dramatic. So I approached that with skepticism towards Nova, and Nova's telling me, no, dude, this is a real deal. So I got to trust that. I got to trust him. Be one of the people that throws 10, 20 bucks at the toe, and let's get that 140 knocked out. We are doing dismal numbers tonight. Dismal. We have not even crossed 200 this evening. I think this show, look, I'm going to be very honest. I think this show got away from drama. We've become the show we've always been before we got involved in drama when April was here. And we're going back to our, Minnesota audience from our Minnesota radio show. And we're losing viewers. It really, really sucks. And this week has been the worst numbers for the evening show on record. I mean, it's been the morning show, not as bad, but the evening show and tonight especially has been the worst one yet. So if you don't think I notice it and you don't think I'm concerned about it, I certainly am. It's certainly something I need to, not really something I need to keep an eye on. I mean, I'm going to do the show that I do. I can't do a show that I'm not good at. So I'm going to continue to do a show that's fun for you guys. We have a good time. We talk about what's going on in the news. We bust each other's balls. And, the way it's always been is if I don't make enough money to, pay the bills and do the show, then we'll ride off into the sunset. But so far, so good. But yeah, the numbers are going to go down. Look, people like that drama shit, and it's been such a negative in my life, and it's been such bad energy, and it's bred stalkers and crazy people, and it's not worth it. I like to have fun. I like to, hang out with the audience. I like to do all that shit, and then I like to, go off and live my life. And if this show affords me the ability to go off and live my life, I don't really care what the numbers are. I just, care that the people who watch it love it and they enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, if you don't think I've noticed that the evening shows have struggled mightily statistically this week, hey, I hope it's a mirage and not a trend, but you never know. MSO says, is the viewer count broke? 84. No, it's not broken. I wish it was. YouTube hasn't even clipped 100 tonight. I think with Twitter and everything else, we're over 200, but barely, boy. Let me see. We're 206. So it's tough sledding tonight viewer-wise, but hey, you guys are doing a great job goal-wise. We're 105 away. I really do appreciate it. So 100 even away from tonight's goal. Thank you. Look, I'll be very honest with you. If we lose a shit ton of viewers and the goal is knocked out, what would I rather have? Aaron, would you rather get up to 1,000 viewers at a time and struggle to hit the goal, or go down to 600 at a time in the morning? The evening's nowhere close to this. Or go down to 600 and knock out the goal constantly? I'd rather have the smaller concentration of passionate contributing viewership, because I just love doing the show. So whatever audience we attract doing the show, that's who I'm doing it for, my friends. Crowder Wears Panties says, still more viewers than Mersh. Well, and more money than Mersh too, but I've been spending it lately. That's for sure. Taste Fairy says, so Mersh has spent a lot of money too, Aaron, on gambling. Well, yeah, mine's been to protect my family. Mersh's has been on gambling. That's almost the same thing, right? Bapa Shab says, I like chicks with an actual body, not April, who looked like an NBA Jam character in big head mode. Dad, is that you? Is that I think that might be my pops watching the show. We were at the lake and we were talking about, I was talking about something and I was telling my dad, I said in passing, I'm like, and I've married some pretty attractive women. And my dad, he goes, what? I was like, I knew exactly what he was doing. And it's like, I go, no, I've married some pretty attractive women. He goes, really? I said, yeah, what? I said, they've been attractive. He goes, the last one? I'm like, yeah, you don't think she was? He goes, come on. I'm like, what? She was good looking. He goes, not a chance. Like my dad reminded me of remember when Norm Macdonald would play Turd Ferguson as Burt Reynolds? He was giving me those kind of vibes. It was like he might as well have been chewing gum. He goes, you think she's attractive? Yeah, I don't think so. He was giving me that, and I'm selling him on it. I'm like, come on. I know you don't like her. I know you guys didn't get along, but she was good looking. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see it. Like, wow, shit. Bapashab says she looked like a bobblehead in the bikini stream. I guess losing weight from all the coke didn't help either. I like to think of her, when you guys say April, I don't think of dead April, the one that died and became an addict. That's a different person. I think of the April before all that, who, I guess still moderately bitchy from time to time, but meant well. Mad Move says, funny to brag how you've married more than a single woman. Maybe it's just me. No. It was in the context of a bigger conversation. It wasn't like a bragging thing. It was more of like we were talking about, I can't for the life of me remember the rest of the conversation, but that was part of it.